They'll make a line change. Now it's the Huskies through the neutral zone. Unable to control the pass along the near side. It's back out to center ice. The energy in this building is electric as we get a save made by Matt Jerusik. Jerusik, the 6'2" junior, 195 pounds. The shot is blocked by Ryan Bednard.
Such quick action so early on in this game already. It would have been nice there to kind of have a guy on rebound, but it was in transition. It was a turnover, so no one was there for that rebounded shot, but great in transition for the Falcons so far.
And there is the head coach for Michigan Tech, Joe Shawn, in his second season as the head coach of the program. His 22 wins in his first season, tied for the most ever by a Michigan Tech coach. He was hired back on May 30th of 2017 after serving as an assistant coach for the 3 previous seasons.
So it's nice to just kind of have him already in the program and then be able to take over as head coach and run it as his own. He's doing a great job so far with the Huskies.
Another icing call.
That's really going to be what it is tonight. It's been quick action so far, back and forth, and it's just who's going to be conditioned better and who's going to stay more disciplined. Staying out of the box will be a big key tonight.
Bowling Green head coach Chris Bergeron. Jesse, when you talked to Coach Bergeron, what were your biggest takeaways?
He definitely sounded still positive about the team. You know, we talked about a lot about the inconsistency. I kind of wanted to get those tough questions out of the way and be like, hey, your team's been really inconsistent the last half of the season. And he said that he was still pretty positive. He knows when his team can perform, and they just have to be able to come out every single night and perform. We've seen them be able to perform on a high level, you know, against Minnesota State, against OSU. So just coming out and showing what they're made of.
Michigan Tech along the far side, hit laid on. And back down to the Bowling Green end, controlled and out to center ice. Space up the left wing. Taken behind the net and then blocked.
Yeah, the Huskies are just staying right with the Falcons, right on their bodies. Great defensive play right there.
That pass was deflected. Back down into the Bowling Green zone and played along the boards. Right in front of the Bowling Green bench, Michigan Tech now has it. Played off the boards, able to control the big hit laid on. Jacob Dalton trying to send a message early.
And he was one of those players too that, you know, hasn't had a lot of playing time this year, but when he does come in, he does all the little things so good, just like a big hit like that. He might not be on the score sheet, but he does the little things so well.
Close play there, made in on Bednard. He was just able to sweep it away. Back down to the Michigan Tech end. And down into the corner. Schilling behind the net, Ford. Contact from behind there from Sawyer. Now it's Bayless trying to control it. The shot wide of the near post.
He was able to keep control of that though. His composure is so good in that play.
Played cross ice, deflected by Bayless. And back behind the net, Schilling hit it to the boards.
We'll definitely see the seniors coming out and being strong. Talking to Bayless before the game, you know, you can talk as much as you want as the captain, but you got to go out there and lead, and I think tonight he's going to show exactly that.
Lucchini's backhander right to Bednard and covered up. And there is Ryan Bednard, 6'5", 200 pounds. His numbers this year, very impressive with that .923 save percentage, and he does have 3 shutouts.
Yeah, having him away for a little bit earlier in the season with an injury was definitely tough, but having him back and just his mental game is so much stronger, I think, coming out and being injured for a couple games and coming back, his mental game is definitely a little bit different and really strong.
Got a draw at the Bowling Green end. And it's won by Michigan Tech. That shot was deflected before it could ever get to Bednard. And lifted down past center ice into the Michigan Tech end. Seamus Donahue tracked it down. Now it's across center ice. Into the Falcon zone, the shot. Michigan Tech coming out very aggressive, and this should be no surprise as Michigan Tech ranks 4th in the country in shots on goal, coming in with 1,163.
That might just be the difference tonight for the Falcons, but their defense is so good, and Polkamp doing a great job right there, just getting his body right on the offenseman and stopping that puck.
Another draw in the Bowling Green zone. And out to the blue line. Off the boards behind the net. No contact, and we've got a late whistle. Looks like the Falcons are going to be down a man.
Yeah, tripping call behind the net, and as you can hear, there's definitely a lot of Husky fans in the building. Take another look at that. Yep, and he had the puck too, so definitely cannot do that behind the net.
So Max Johnson will be in the box for 2 minutes.
And he's not in the box a lot. You don't see a lot of him kind of undisciplined like that, but it was just kind of an oopsie play, and his stick, he's going after the puck and his stick got in the way. Definitely just got to be careful with that.
But for the Falcons, penalty minutes have been a bit of a concern this season. Second in the conference at 14 a game. That one was blocked by McDonald. 5-on-4 opportunity for the Huskies. Michigan Tech, third in the WCHA in power play at 19.9.
BD does a great job on the penalty kill, just creating a lot of space, and the Huskies not really able to get into the net, so they have to make those slap shots, and you know the Falcons get their bodies in front of it and get those blocks. So their penalty kill does great at that.
Lifted into the Bowling Green zone. And back out to center ice, controlled by the Huskies. It's played over by Donahue. And pass slid across, no one there. Falcons able to clear it away for the moment. Here's a chance, the shot blocked. Jerusik comes up big, Bowling Green with Sam Craggs there.
Great block off the shoulder, it looked like, from me on the opposite side. Great job watching that all the way in.
Shorthanded goals could really tell the story in a matchup like this.
BG has a lot on the season.
And right now, it's Michigan Tech with the 5-on-4 advantage, but the Huskies are back on their heels. 35 seconds remaining. And here's a chance for the Huskies. And a loose puck. Bowling Green again on the attack. Latorno. And the shot. Glove save made. Bowling Green attacking again, shorthanded.
That's another thing Rauhauser does such a good job at too. We talked about him in the open and just his powerful shot, but he's one of the key guys on the power play as well. Using his body, getting those turnovers, and obviously making some shots, as you see there, right?
That was
Might have just went wide. Yeah, it looked like it went wide of the net a little bit, but a great shot.
That was Craggs on the first shorthanded chance. Alec Rauhauser had the last one.
The Falcons do such a good job already. We've seen them play all year. They do such a good job at getting it to the net and shooting. It's just capitalizing on those, but just got to keep going after it.
And the power play winding down for the Huskies. Bowling Green back to full strength as Max Johnson is out of the box. A loose puck. And played off the boards. It's still kept in the Bowling Green end. Back behind the net, slid in front. Unable to get a shot on. Dangerous there for Bowling Green defensively. And into the corner, tied up. Adam Smith battling back there for Bowling Green, and Michigan Tech with a lot of bodies in front finds the back of the net. 1-0 Huskies.
It looked like Bernard had that first save. And then as he was looking behind them, a Husky was right there to get that rebound. Looked like it's going to be Ray Bryce with that extra tip in.
And for Bryce, that's his third of the season. The sophomore from Michigan playing in his 66th career game. 13:02 remaining in the first period. It looks like it may be going to the monitor here. I know the goal's going to stand for sure. Not going to be any question about it. It's 1-0 Michigan Tech with just over 13 minutes remaining in the opening period. And it's over to Cullen. Trying to find Latorno, and we've got a whistle.
Those off-ice officials definitely have some say as well, you know, hired by the WCHA, and just be like, hey, take another look and see what you think. The only argument would be that he was interfering with the goalie and he was in the crease.
12:56 remaining in the first period. Huskies strike first here on WBGU.
Yeah, Ray Bryce.
23, yep. We're inside of 13 minutes to play in the first period. Bowling Green trailing Michigan Tech 1-0 here in first round WCHA tournament action. Brad Woznicki, Jesse Furness here with you. Bowling Green has had some good shorthanded opportunities. Michigan Tech, though, has continued to keep the pressure on. We've got a face-off coming up.
That's how they scored that goal, too. Just a lot of pressure in front of the net. You know, a lot of traffic in front of Bednard. They do a really good job of just putting their bodies on the Falcons' bodies and staying with them.
We said Michigan Tech, one of the best in the country in shots. And Michigan Tech in the WCHA 7th in scoring offense at 2.39 goals a game. Bowling Green 3rd. And contact from behind there from Adam Smith. And the confirmation has been given. Ray Bryce credited with the first goal of the night.
Yeah, just that tip in.
Again, just his 3rd of the season. He now has 9 points. Here's Polkamp. And Polkamp's trying to play in front. It was blocked. Falcons unable to keep it in the zone, and that's going to allow Michigan Tech to make a line change.
Icing first.
Bowling Green and Michigan Tech split during the regular season, with Michigan Tech winning the first matchup on January 11th. 2-0 was the final in that one, as Gavin Gould and Justin Misiak had the 2 goals. Then Bowling Green, though, bounced back on Saturday night, jumped out to an early 2-0 advantage, gave up that lead, and ended up winning it on a power play goal from Alex Barber. It was his 2nd goal of the night. And Michigan Tech trying to find a way to clear it, finally able to do so. Misiak taken the other way. Contact from behind there from Latorno. And Bednard controls behind the net. Cullen. And into the corner. Falcons able to work it away. Into the Michigan Tech zone. It's played off the boards behind the net. Matt Meyer was knocked down to the ice there. Wasn't really able to get to it. Now Lincoln held battling. Meyer. And McDonald swings it over. The shot is well wide of the far post from Rauhauser. McDonald, he fires one, and that looked like it was deflected off the body in front there of Eric Goetz. Bowling Green still another chance. Rauhauser at the blue line. Back over to McDonald. And that one sails wide. McDonald again. This time gives it up. Lincoln Held shot.
They're loving that corner right now.
Barber tied up along the boards. Lincoln Held. Now it's Barber.
This possession
up to McDonald.
Great possession, though, by the Falcons, almost acting like they're on the power play.
Barber's shot blocked right into the body. And able to hold on is Matt Jarusik. Media timeout. Less than 10 minutes to play in the first period. Michigan Tech remains in front. That's why I said pih. Bowling Green, a lot of success throughout their program history, including the Great Lakes Invitational, where who did they beat? Michigan Tech.
They also beat Michigan, too, which, being also a Michigan fan, going up there watching that game with my brother and some of his hockey teammates, it was definitely a fun weekend seeing that. And, Little Caesars Arena was newer at that time, but first season for the Red Wings. So it was a really cool experience, and obviously getting the Falcons victory and that trophy was awesome.
Theo Charitis trying to play across ice. Johnson back to Cullen, back to Johnson. Unable to control it. Michigan Tech finally has it. A nice pass made, now played across center ice, but unable to get a stick on it. Max Johnson has it, one of Bowling Green's top scorers on the season. Into the Michigan Tech zone. Wrapped around the boards, out to Adam Smith. Cruz, back behind the net, Johnson. Smith, his shot just brushed away by Jarusik. It was loose in front there for a moment. Over the near side and deflected out of play. Matt Jarusik, his numbers on the season, a 2.33 goals against average, an impressive .912 save percentage. The junior from Illinois, playing in his 72nd career game. Into the Husky zone. This is Bayless. He'll stop, play it back to McDonald. Rauhauser. McDonald open. Rauhauser continuing to work with it. Now over to Bayless. Ford. Now Bayless back behind the net. McDonald, the blue line, swung over to Rauhauser. He gets by one defender, looking for a shot, and Jarusik the save. Huskies trying to find a way to clear. Bowling Green has made that very difficult. You'd think with the pressure Bowling Green's been able to put on at Michigan Tech's end, it would be 1-0 in favor of the Falcons.
Right, Jarusik has such composure right now in net. And that's what also Coach Bergeron said before the game too, was it's going to come down to special teams, which we only had one power play so far for the Huskies, and then it's going to come down to goaltending as well. It's who's going to be the better goaltender tonight.
Schneider. Out to the blue line. The fake. Trying to play it in front there. Latorno hit.
Great idea by Theo Charitis with that fake.
And Theo Charitis tracks it down. He's got pressure coming on from behind. Schneider there with him.
Ooh.
Deflected. Michigan Tech controls, loose puck, right along the near post. Bednar trying to cover it up, still loose, and finally cleared away. Cullen got a stick on it. Here comes Theo Charitis. Bowling Green with a 4-on-3.
Definitely looking for a line change, though. This line's been out for a while.
Inside of 7 minutes. Stamen couldn't work it up the ice. Bowling Green nearly had it.
Barber's also another one of those players. He's a rookie this year, and not a lot of goals. He has some, but he's also like Jacob Dalton and does the little things so well. That turnover there was one of them.
Smith to the near post and deflected. Bowling Green skating hard and a hit laid on by Smith from behind. Knocked down right on the near side by Lincolnheld.
Nice pass.
That was Rockwell who was knocked to the ice. And lifted out of play, heads up there in the stands. Went right over top the Bowling Green bench, and that's a souvenir.
Lincolnheld doing a good job at the end of that play, just getting his stick underneath the Huskies and turning that puck over before it went over the glass.
Off the face-off, won by the Falcons. McDonald. And into the Bowling Green zone. McDonald skates over, plays it along the boards. Right, taken down. Cruz has it. The shot off the pad of Jerusik.
The fans looking for an interference or a trip on that call, but both, I like that no call there. Both the bodies were kind of intertwined, so nice no call there as both players were tripping each other up.
And it allowed Bowling Green to still get a shot opportunity.
Absolutely.
Out to the blue line, no one there for the Falcons. It was blocked before it could get to Bednar. Into the Husky zone. Sawyer gave it up. Here's a chance for the Huskies, and getting a stick in there was Theo Charitis. Bowling Green right back the other way. The shot, save made. Schneider was coming in hard.
He was looking for a goal right there. He was skating so fast.
Michigan Tech 1, Bowling Green nothing. Less than 5 to play in the first period. Well, after the Huskies struck first, Bowling Green has picked up the physicality in this game, laying on some big hits like right there from Adam Smith.
They really do have the momentum right now, down 1 goal. They really are taking a lot of time in their possessions as well, really looking for a nice shot, a nice effective shot.
It's good to see the Falcons get that sense of urgency early when trailing.
Coach Bergeron said is a big thing he wants from his team is to be proactive, not reactive. Right now they're definitely reacting, but they're being more proactive, and they have a lot of aggression right now.
Here's Schilling. Unable to put one on net. And Huskies going to take it right back the other way. Lucchini across center ice. He's waiting for some help. He'll dump it in. Nice fake there by Ford. Up the near side, all the way down. Back and forth hockey game, something you love to see. Back behind the Bowling Green net. Falcons have it. Polkamp. The shots right now 12-6 in favor of Bowling Green. Got to remember, coming into the playoffs too, Bowling Green closed the regular season play tied for third lowest goals scored against them all season with 64. Bednar block and able to dive on it. Covered up with his glove.
That's where I like Bednard's aggression too. He's able to just go out there with two Huskies right in front of him, dive right on that puck.
Off the draw, McDonald. Brauhauser gives it up. Right back over to McDonald. He's got pressure coming on. Into the neutral zone, and we've got a whistle. Max Johnson lost his stick. Not sure if he lost it or he had it taken away right in front of the Huskies bench.
It looked like Wright was getting off the ground as well. Nice angle here. Ooh, definitely might have been looking for a trip. Yeah, they're sending him. At first, it sounded like the Falcon fans were starting the penalty taunt, but yeah, that was definitely a trip on Johnson.
That's Max Johnson in the penalty box for the second time tonight. The Huskies 0 for 1 on the power play. And Bowling Green was down a man. That was when we saw some of the Falcons' best hockey in this first period. 5-on-4 for 2 minutes. And trying to knock it away was Ford. He spun away from it. Now here's Bayless. Stephen Bayless patiently plays it back to center ice for Smith. And lifted into the Husky zone. Schilling skates in. Back down to the Bowling Green end, Polkamp. .45 seconds gone in the power play. Polkamp off the boards, all the way back down to Jerusik. Here's Donahue. Ford with a man coming on. Behind the net, tripped up. Bowling Green fans looking for a whistle, not going to get one. Donahue gives it up. Right back to Donahue. Decided to fire one, and it was deflected.
It was a close deflection there.
Inside of 2 minutes. Lucchini finds an open man. The shot, well high. Falcons able to clear it with Bayless stretching out to get a stick on it. Here's Lucchini into the Bowling Green end and hit by Polkamp. Falcons once again get the job done with their penalty kill unit. Active 5-on-5, Huskies into the Bowling Green end. That was wide of the glove of Bednard.
1 minute remaining
in the neutral zone, Barber. Sawyer battling with Latorno behind the net. Barber hit hard. Now Cullen, less than 45 seconds. Cullen. Theo Charitis, right back to Cullen. Reminder to stay with us right after this period time expires. Jesse Furniss will be down ice level to catch up with one of the Bowling Green Falcons. Out to center ice. Bednard controls. And time winding down here in the first period, less than 10 seconds now. And time is going to run out in the first period. Bowling Green 12 shots, Michigan Tech 7. And it's the Huskies in front thanks to a goal from Ray Bryce. For Bryce, it was his third of the season. And Michigan Tech looking strong here on the road so far. The Huskies coming in as the number 6 seed. Bowling Green, the 3 seed. It has been a great atmosphere so far in this first game of a best-of-3 series. Frida Falcon enjoying her time down there with the fans.
Just a goal in the first period. Bowling Green had 12, Michigan Tech had 7.
And in a moment, we will send it down to Jesse, who will be standing by with Stephen Bayless.
All right, fans, it's now time for the Falcon Outfitters Chuck a Buck contest. So get those bucks out and get ready to chuck them. Reminder the course.
Now
Stephen,
for
it
our
really
first
wasn't
intermission
a bad
report, let's
first-
send it down ice level to Jesse Furniss.
Are you guys ready?
1-0, but still really aggressive. Killed 2 penalties. Talk about the aggression now.
Yeah, I think we came out how we wanted to. I think we're playing all right. You know, nothing really to critique that much. Maybe be a little more disciplined. Those 2 penalties cost us. Not really with goals, but just momentum, and we want to keep that momentum on our side. But I think we came out all right. We got a lot of shots. We're getting some ozone. We just need to find a way to pull it in the back of the net.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jesse, and thank you, Stephen Bayless. 1-0 your score here at the first intermission here on WBGU. Downtown Bowling Green. Plenty of spots to eat, including Beckett's Burger Bar. And now as we welcome you back to Slater Family Ice Arena, we look at the first period highlights. This was a physical game, especially after Michigan Tech was able to get on the board first on a goal from Ray Bryce. Michigan Tech, like they've done all season long, just continues to get a lot of pressure in front, making nothing easy for Bednard and this Falcons defense. Falcons did have some of their best opportunities when they were shorthanded. The Huskies had a couple of power plays in that first period, going 0 for 2. And there was a near chance for Michigan Tech, finished off by Bryce. And the Falcons wide on that attempt there from McDonald. That was a chance for Bayless that went wide. Bowling Green has had their fair share of opportunities. It's either been Jerusa coming up big or the Falcons putting it wide of the net. There was some of the physical play from Adam Smith. He had a couple of hits like that in the first period. Winding up, Bednard able to cover it up. Let's look at the first period highlights. Michigan Tech 1, Bowling Green 0. One 0 your score on the Ohio Logistics scoreboard. Michigan Tech leading Bowling Green in this first game of best-of-3 series. And now, as we go further, my broadcast partner had a chance to catch up with Bowling Green head coach Chris Bergeron.
The playoffs are finally here. Are practices any different than they would be normally?
A little shorter, probably a little less intense. You know, we want them to be sharp and be focused every day, but they're 20-year-old boys, and it's hard. And I mean, I don't know how many practices we've had, but it's been a bunch, I can tell you that. So the practices have been fine, but I'd say overall they're a little bit shorter, a little bit less banging and crashing, and more thoughts on execution with and without the puck.
The last few series of the regular season were a little inconsistent. How do you flip that switch and find more consistent play?
You know, I'm not sure it is that. You know, you look at our second half of the year, we've had a very difficult time doing that. We've been inconsistent the whole second half. The Bemidji State series was as consistent as we were over the course of 2 games, but really only in a couple of areas of our game we really defended well. I thought our penalty kill was good, but we didn't. You know, we should have won the second night. We were winning 2-0. So it's been difficult. Now our opponent's been inconsistent too when you look on paper. I don't want to speak for anybody else, but it's going to be the team that's able to bring some consistency that can win a short series like this.
6 years in a row hosting the playoffs here in BG. As a program, how does that make you feel?
Very proud. Not only have we been able to host for 6 years in a row, but we've won at least one playoff series every year that we've been here. Now, knock on wood with that, I don't want to jinx it, but even in those first couple of years when things were really bad and we were at the bottom of the league in the CCHA, we were able to find a way to win a playoff series both those years. And the second year we won 2. So I think at this time of year, typically our group plays pretty well, and I think this group is kind of positioned itself to do that again. I really do. Now, there's going to be an opponent in Michigan Tech who's got something to say about that, but it is something we're proud of. It's saying we've been consistent. We were looking for consistency. We want to be a program that you know what you're going to get every year. This team's going to be good, and we're obviously fighting for that. Great.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Bowling Green head coach Chris Bergeron. Stay with us. We've got plenty more to come here on our first intermission report. Well, the Slater Family Ice Arena is packed with Bowling Green students. And right there, the man in the middle, a big reason why buying, 1,000 tickets for tonight's game?
At first, he said 1,000, and then last minute, I think either this morning or last night, they tweeted that he uncapped it. So no matter how many students wanted to request tickets, he was paying for every single one for all 3 games if necessary. So, I mean, you know, his name's on the ice arena now, and he dedicates a lot of his time and obviously money to this team and these fans. And once it packed in here, and he got it. So good for him to be able to celebrate with the students tonight.
A big thank you to Mr. Slater. for ensuring that there would be a great atmosphere tonight and ensuring that this Bowling Green hockey program continues to live up to its historic success.
And I bet he's in there cheering just as loud as those young students are too.
And you look at the numbers from the first period. Bowling Green, the advantage in shots. Face-offs about even. And twice, Michigan Tech has been on the power play, but unable to take advantage going up against one of the best penalty kill units in the WCHA.
Yeah, like Stephen Bayless saying in the intermission report that, you know, it was undisciplined, but they still were able to kill off the penalty and do a good job just staying out of the box. And they honestly are being really aggressive in that first period. Just need to capitalize a little bit more.
And as the Bowling Green Falcons make their way back out onto the ice, a quick look at the rest of the games going on in the WCHA tournament. As we do look at the series history between Bowling Green and Michigan Tech, the Huskies do have the advantage all time, 18-13-4. And since Bowling Green joined the WCHA, the Falcons have gone 9-11-3 against Michigan Tech. The two teams did split during the regular season.
Like we've talked about, this Michigan Tech team was never really ranked better than the Falcons all the time that they've played us, but they just find a way to come up from behind, and it really truly is a big rivalry. The Huskies have a ton of fans. They travel so well, and you know, they're interacting with our fans. Our bands are having a little competition, so it really is a great atmosphere tonight. Bemidji State and Lake Superior State currently tied late in the second period at 1-1. Alaska and Northern Michigan even at 2 with 9.5 to play in the second. And the number 1 seeded Minnesota State leading Alabama Huntsville 1-0 very early in the first period. We are ready to go for the second period here on WBGU. Brad Woznicki, Jesse Furness here with you. And the Huskies win the faceoff. Played hard off the boards. Huskies play it in front. Bednard just knocked it away. Now it's Bayless off the boards. And here's Schilling. Splits the defense. He went down trying to get one on net. That's exactly what the Falcons need, to just come out just with the same momentum as they had in that first period.
Schilling trying to make the glove grab there.
There you go. 3-on-2.
Schilling trying to play it back to Bayless. It wasn't there.
A little slow in that transition.
Good job right to Gould.
Yeah.
Bayless up the far side. Now Schilling trying to play across ice to Rauhauser. Bayless all alone as he skates in. He fires one. And it's a glove grab made by Jerusik. Go back to the last chance for Bowling Green. I think Bayless might have been a little bit surprised. He had that much space there for a moment as they skated into the Michigan Tech zone. Off the draw, won by the Huskies. Out into neutral ice, Craggs gives it up. Falcons playing without Lucas Craggs tonight. Michigan Tech playing without one of their top offensive threats in Jake Jackson, who is out with an upper body injury. And in the corner, 4 bodies there trying to work it away.
Having Lucas Craggs out, definitely tough for the Falcons, one of their top point scorers, and he's also just a big body too. But they're definitely missing out on the ice.
Adam Smith's shot is blocked.
Wow.
Here's Schneider, wrap around.
Oh, and Jerusik goes down too.
Latorno one-timer.
That looked really close.
Off the stick of Schneider. Now Schneider. Latorno back to Smith, who winds up. Falcons trying to get a lot on net.
Oh, and they're doing everything in their power to keep that puck in. Polkamp there jumping to try and glove that.
You just got to think one of those is going to find the back of the net as the Falcons turn it over.
Nice.
Nothing behind that shot. Smith, his pass deflected. Huskies win it right back. Into the corner, Schneider hitting the boards. It was a
Uh-oh,
low
yeah,
hit, and
he's-
Schneider, he was dropping to his knees as he was going into the boards.
Yeah, he's getting slow to get up too. It looks like both of them were a little slower. Oh, and their helmets were stuck together. That's why.
That's Reitmeyer there for Michigan Tech. What looked to be a very bad
Right,
situation
at
for
first.
Schneider.
At first, it looked like he was kind of holding him up, but then their helmets, looking back at the replay, their helmets being stuck together.
Very awkward play.
Yeah. Wonder how that happens. First time the Falcons are on the power play tonight. And this is where Coach Bergeron said they need to capitalize on the special teams.
Bowling Green fourth in the WCHA in power play percentage at 18.5.
2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 2:27. Right
See if the Falcons could take advantage of the high sticking call. Rauhauser up center ice. Into the zone. Being patient.
Yep.
Rauhauser now gives it up. Back to Rauhauser up top. Johnson surveying. 45 seconds into the power play. Bowling Green hasn't gotten one on net yet. Johnson along the left circle. He fires one, and it's off the shoulder of Jerusik. Johnson over top the crossbar.
The Huskies just getting their sticks right in the lane. Nice deflection.
Michigan Tech, a penalty kill unit that has struggled 7th in the conference. Back down to the Bowling Green end. Rauhauser lost his skate. Bayless. Schneider. And Schneider unable to get by the defense. It's into the corner, now back behind the net. 4 minutes gone by in the second period. It remains a 1-0 game. Misiak looking for a shot. Able to get one on to the near post. Theo Chertis stops at the blue line. Cullen up top.
Oh,
Michigan Tech at full strength.
And Michigan Tech penalty kill unit gets the job done. The Huskies back to full strength as we go back to the last shot for Bowling Green.
and Schneider's right there, as you can see. He was right there, ready for that rebound, but Jerusik just able to cover that right away.
Schneider
It's a
does
shot.
have 7 goals on the season. The freshman from Lakeville, Minnesota. And off the draw, Bowling Green controls. Smith. That's
Oh.
a pad save made by Jerusik. Here come the Huskies, 3-on-2. To the left circle, loose puck, and Schilling's going to take it the other way. Bowling Green with numbers. Ford, left circle, looking for a shot, trying to play it to a teammate. Bowling Green knocking on the door, but it's still scoreless for the Falcons. Smith, pressure from behind. He had Alex Smith right on his back. Back behind the net. Donahue. Into neutral ice. Rauhauser looking, now plays it along the near side. Behind the Huskies net, Donahue and Lincolnheld. Able to play it behind the net. Coming in to try and lay a big hit there. That was Matt Meyer. Here's a chance for the Huskies. Pass deflected. Meyer able to stay on his feet. Now it's McDonald. Center ice and right by and into the Husky zone. Into the corner and back behind the net. 6 minutes into the second period. Shots 19-10 in favor of Bowling Green. Theo Charitis, good defense. He had Stamen right in his face. And able to knock it down with his glove, Bednard. Huskies trying to find a way to get a little padding on their...
And Reedman, blue and black. Or now Nardi steps in to take the draw. Back to Phil Ballou, 12 seconds on the clock to Ty Reedman. Ty throws it toward the goal, blocked in front, sent back toward the goal, loose in front, scramble with 4 seconds left, poke toward the net, just wide. Reedman with a stuff, and the buzzer will go.
Michigan Tech 1, Bowling Green nothing. With 13:31 to play in the second period. Jesse, Bowling Green has had their chances here early on in this period.
There's not much else that you can ask for as a coach and as players. You know, it's frustrating, and I could kind of sense that in Bayless down there in that intermission. It was just frustrating. They were doing everything right. They have the aggression. The goals weren't going in, and it's definitely frustrating, but you just got to keep at it. Let the last period go and just win this period and try and get some goals.
And both teams have come up empty on their power plays tonight. Bowling Green 0 for 1, Huskies 0 for 2. And Michigan Tech on the attack into the Bowling Green zone. And slid in front.
Scoop.
If not there might have been a play made on the backside.
Right.
We had Trenton Bliss on the back post. Here it is.
Yeah, definitely a backdoor coming in right there.
Adam Smith was there too, but Bednar taking no chances.
Yeah. And that's where he's so smart too, just able to make those decisions in a split second. Seeing Bliss coming down and just scooping it up.
Bayless along the boards. Rauhauser.
Nah.
Bowling Green can't keep it in the zone. Wristed off the wall and behind the net. Still in neutral ice, Rauhauser. That was Schilling. Bayless. Over to the right side, McDonald.
Oh,
in
nice.
front, backhand try. And Jerusik able to hold on to it, although I'm not sure how.
Right. McDonald was so smooth there, nice little indirect pass, and then able to control the puck again and go in backhanded. Wow.
He just found that one in his lap. .12:09 to play in the second period.
Michigan Tech definitely knows how to play in the playoffs. Not saying that BG doesn't have that experience either, but for them to be able to come down low seed in the last 2 playoff years and just be able to win, they know how to play in these playoff situations and how to be dominant.
Off the draw, Huskies win it. Hallen in there for the Huskies. Ooh. As it's deflected out of play.
And the Huskies are working off Jerusik as well. Just his amazing saves in this game so far. You know, it just gives your team momentum and makes them excited for you. It makes it almost easier for them to play, knowing that they have their goalie on fire tonight. And so they're definitely working off of his energy right now too.
Here's Cruz. Trying to play it to the near post. Still loose.
Still loose. No.
The official immediately waving it off.
Yeah, the puck wasn't in the net. I don't think he's waving off a goal, but just the fact he blew the whistle, but the puck was out. And that's where the fans, as you can see, Drusik raising his glove there, and there's no puck underneath, so wondering where that whistle came from. But, you know, you got to keep your goalie safe as well, so blowing the whistle.
Johnson on the draw for Bowling Green. He is tripped up. Theocharidis' shot is covered up. He blasted one from just inside the blue line.
There's some Husky fans traveling all the way down here to BG.
All of these stoppages is allowing Bowling Green to set up and get another opportunity for what they want in the Husky zone.
Like we've seen all game so far, great possessions. I mean, they're holding the puck in their offensive zone for a long time, really creating a lot of chances for themselves.
Cullen.
It's not a lot of pressure from the Huskies at this point.
Here's Wright.
Oh.
And Theocharidis, it's out of the zone. Falcons now +10 in shots tonight. Cameron Wright was taken down. And work to the near post. Back behind the net. The shot from Barber.
Taking another look at this play here. Barber working his way around the net. Nice hard shot, just deflected right off either Drusik or Husky players right in front of the net. They're doing a good job of deflecting a lot of pucks in front of the net. And the key is deflecting away from the net so that it doesn't bounce in. But they're doing a great job tonight defensively.
Back behind the net. Huskies taking it the other way across center ice and into the Bowling Green zone. Shot blocked. And Smith clears it. Seamus Donahue back to collect. Off the skate. Trying to play it off the boards. Was knocked down by Barber. And an icing call.
This is big for the Huskies. They haven't had a lot of offensive play so far this period. So a big face-off here in their own zone.
Bowling Green 11-6 in shots this period. And it's Barber on the face-off with Alex Smith. Alex Smith 12th in the country in face-off winning percentage at .597. In front, off the stick of Bednar. Kept in the zone, back behind the net. Halfway through the second period.
Oh.
And a whistle's coming up against Bowling Green. The Falcons are going to be a man down. Looks like
holding.
Adam Smith will go to the box. .956 remaining in the second period. Huskies holding on to a 1-goal advantage. Well, just before the break, Bowling Green with Adam Smith getting the penalty there, putting Gavin Gould to the ice. Falcons down a man for the third time tonight. The Huskies 0 for 2 on the power play. Here's Bayless. And Bayless back behind the net. Gonna bring it right back down to the Bowling Green end to McDonald. And out of play. You just get the sense that Bowling Green is right there trying to tie up this game with the opportunities that they've had. But then you also got to give credit to the way the Michigan Tech has just gotten bodies in front.
Yeah.
All the deflections in this game keeping Bowling Green scoreless.
And they really haven't had a lot of pressure, but that's where they make up with those deflections in front of the net. A lot of their bodies are in front of the net instead of, applying pressure on the Falcon offense. So that really gives the Falcons a chance to pass the puck around in their zone, but that's where they make up for the Huskies and just getting the bodies in front of their net, defending their goalie, and deflecting a lot of pucks.
The Huskies have definitely had their fair share of success against this Bowling Green program, and don't forget, the Huskies won the WCHA tournament last year. There'll be a face-off down at the Huskies' end. 1:27 remaining in the power play. Into neutral ice, now into the Falcon zone. Here's a chance, and it's deflected over top. Coming in there was Alex Smith. And you look at the resume for Michigan Tech coming into the postseason. Offensive scoring, 7th in the WCHA. Their power play ranks 3rd. And defense allowing just 2.56 goals against. That's in the middle of the pack in the WCHA.
Right, they've had almost like a 500 season, but we know that they can perform, and they've been definitely tough here tonight.
And here come the Huskies across center ice. Stamen. Now Bayless has it. Bayless gives it up. There's a chance from the right circle. Back comes Michigan Tech. Hallinan. And offside's the call.
That's a big offsides.
And a face-off going to come right in front of the Michigan Tech bench. It's Latorno and Alex Smith. Huskies have it over to the far side. And all the way back down to the other end. Good clear by the Falcons. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Dalton right back the other way. Huskies with one more chance here in the 5-on-4. Tied up along the boards. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And glove grab made by Bednard.
That was a close one. He was wide open.
That was Trenton Bliss wristing one.
Yeah, the top of the circle. He was almost wide open. And Dalton having to make his way over there and put some pressure on him.
Trenton Bliss, the guy that you have to keep your eye on in power plays. He ranks 5th amongst all rookies in the country with 5 power play goals. Falcons win the draw. McDonald. Johnson, not much behind that shot. Glove grab made by Rauhauser. And knocked away from Wright. Another icing call. Bowling Green, the 1984 national champs, have not qualified for the NCAA tournament since 1990. Adam Smith. Behind the net. Kohlkamp gave it up right away. Out to the blue line.
Oh, bad deflection there.
Falcons still control. Adam Smith slides it in front. That was Barber there.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Create those second, third chances in front of the net.
Kohlkamp skates in. Barber looking for a shot.
Great job, though, following that puck by Barber. Great aggression to go after that puck again.
Latorno finds an open teammate. It's blocked. Another shot, blocked again.
Wow.
Theo Charitis to Schneider, blocked. It's a wall of Michigan Tech defenders right now. Making a lot of noise in this building. Here's Theo Charitis into the body of Jerusik.
Look at these last couple chances by the Falcons. Alex Barber right there. And good job, too, just passing the puck and staying with the puck. Like Alex Barber, like I said, just getting that puck deflected and then going after his shot again. You know, not giving up on the puck is great to see, especially from a young player, too.
Falcons have been very good getting to the puck first. They've had a step on Michigan Tech. Now they just got to capitalize. Theo Charitis. And knocked down to the ice was Latorno. 5.5 to play in the second. Theo Charitis. Back come the Huskies. And no one there along the right circle. So it was given up by Reitmeyer. Latorno all alone. Behind the net. Schilling skates out for Bowling Green along with Ford. Still in neutral ice. Ford. Bayless behind the net trying to work it free. Schilling there too. That's out to McDonald. And Jerusik gonna hold on to it. Final media timeout of the second period. Still a 1-0 hockey game. Go back to the playoffs for Bowling Green last season. The Falcons came away victorious, winning the first two games against Ferris State in the first round. And then in the semifinals against Northern Michigan, it was a tough one, losing the third game in overtime. Northern Michigan opening up first round action this season against Alaska, a 2 versus 7 matchup. And a loose puck. And blocked and covered up by Bednard. Michigan Tech now up to 15 shots. And a face-off in the Bowling Green end. Won by the Huskies, out to the blue line.
Oh, he took it out. Really close offsides call there.
It was waved off by the official, who was right on top of it. Along the near side. Here's Wright. Finds McDonald. McDonald down into the corner.
BG's really good at that, getting their defense involved in their offense as well. Just being aggressive. Find some balance that way.
Cruz. And Cruz up to the blue line. He'll drop it for Theo Charitis. His shot was blocked. Cullen. Now it's Johnson. And Johnson nearly lost his skate. Max Johnson in the corner. Swung over to Theo Charitis. Cullen winds up.
Nice block.
Approaching 3 minutes.
The Huskies are just so good at that, getting their bodies right in front of the shot.
And Cameron Wright's wrister is held onto by Jarusic, and
little extracurricular activity after the whistle.
Max Johnson having to be pushed away. Off the draw behind the net. Off the boards to Adam Smith, who dumps it right back in. Sawyer up the near side. Through neutral ice. And a shot wide of the near post. And hit hard was Lincolnheld. And Lincolnheld still down. Everyone could hear that one.
We're going to take another look at it here to see exactly what would be called there. A big hit nonetheless. I didn't see him leave his feet or anything, so they'll probably double check, obviously, to see if it would be a minor or major. But just in that replay there, didn't really see him leave his feet. That would be something they would consider to see if their elbow, if his elbow hit his head, that would be considered a clear boarding call, but they're definitely just going to double check. Ooh.
TJ Polglaze came in there hard.
Yeah. You know, and then if there's like intent, if he's skating down, head down, there's a lot of things the officials are looking at right now to see if it'd be a minor or major penalty or an ejection.
As the officials continue to look at this one, a reminder, WBGU TV will be airing every game of the first round WCHA series between Bowling Green and Michigan Tech. We will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 7 if needed to close out the series. Keep it here on WBGU TV, your home for Falcon hockey. With 2:42 remaining in the second period. We've said it a lot tonight. Michigan Tech doing a great job of getting bodies in front, getting deflections, helping out their goaltender, Jerusik.
Absolutely, and like we've talked about all game, basically, they're not creating a lot of pressure. They're not charging the Falcons when they have the puck, but they're just kind of staying back, and they're really reading the puck so well. They're just able to block most of the shots coming at the Falcons' way.
And that's going to be it for TJ Polglaze. He's being sent to the locker room, much to the delight of the Falcon faithful.
Take another look at it here. Definitely don't want that on the ice, and the referees.
We've got Jake Lucchini over talking to the official along with Rauhauser. Going to the box for Michigan Tech will be Tommy Peratino.
I mean, this is a huge advantage for the Falcons right now. 5-minute advantage. So they're going to get the rest of this period and obviously a little bit into the third period as well. Kind of give them some time to set into the power play and hopefully get a goal.
Falcons trying to find a way to even up this hockey game late in the second period. Rauhauser will take it up the ice. They drop it back. Now it's over to Cruz. Brandon Cruz. And the Huskies clear it. Falcons 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Swung along the boards and unable to clear it. Here's Rauhauser, a lot of space, winds up. And how did that one not find the back of the net? Now it's the Huskies the other way, one-on-one. Here's a shot, 2-0 Michigan Tech.
Wow.
What a change of events. Bowling Green looks like they were able to find the equalizer. Instead, Michigan Tech one-on-one the other way. It's 2-0.
I really think the Huskies kind of took advantage of that. The Falcons were kind of misplaced, as you can see up there on the center line. There's two Falcons. I think there's a delayed penalty on a Husky player. And I think the Falcons, you know, just it's loud in here. They might have heard a whistle. It looked like a lot of players were back. And they were just not ready for that.
And we'll go back to it. First, the opportunity for Bowling Green. Rauhauser, a little bit of space. Went off the post.
And I think that's really, see two players right there mixed up with the Husky player.
And Michigan Tech band out in full support tonight.
No, it's under review.
This is a huge moment in this game.
I think they might be reviewing the Rauhauser goal. It looks like in their screen it's 2 by the scoreboard. But that's the thing too, if there's a penalty on the Huskies, I think there was that delayed penalty. So if he had the control of the puck, it should have been, the whistle should have been blown. So it depends, they might be talking about who that penalty was on, that delayed penalty. If it was on the Falcons, obviously it doesn't matter.
And Bowling Green does have a man in the box. .142 remaining in the second period. Michigan Tech 2. Bowling Green nothing. And Huskies on the attack. The shot wide of the far post. Bayless into neutral ice, gives it up. On the right circle, the shot. Bowling Green with 30 shots tonight compared to 16 for the Huskies. Is taken down was Alec Bretzman. Also going down for Bowling Green was John Schilling. The Huskies are now going to have 2 men in the box. And Schilling is also going to go to the box, it looks like, for Bowling Green. It was Schilling and Bretzman, both tangled up, both went down to the ice. Four-on-four hockey. McDonald trying to take it up the far side, lost it.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Inside of a minute's play here in the second. Cruz able to collect and then lost his skate. McDonald. His shot was blocked, right back to McDonald. Rauhauser blocked and unable to find it. The Michigan Tech defense, McDonald tracks it down. Back behind the Huskies net, less than 30 seconds. Huskies just trying to keep Bowling Green off balance. Rauhauser tried to play it off of his skate. In the corner, Cruz. Wraparound try is blocked. Cullen shot blocked. And time's going to wind down here on the Falcons in the second period. Bowling Green had the man advantage. Looked at one point like they might have an equalizer. It hit the post. And the Huskies went right back the other way to make it a 2-0 game. After 2 periods, Michigan Tech in control. Stay with us. We'll be back to Slater Family Ice Arena in a moment.
Choose a
Garrett Klee back in center ice for NMU, feeds it ahead. Backhanded into the zone by Grant Loven. The Cats will get a line change underway. They'll get the Loggins line out onto the ice. Here come the Nanooks. LaDouce up the far side through center, tipped away. Here comes a pass for the Wildcats to Troy Loggins. Loggins on the near side of the Nanook blue line to Pierce. Denver working in. He's poke check. Pierce regained the puck. Pierce will go to Rockwood up top. Ballew's drive went off the toe of his stick. And the Nanooks will bring it onto the zone with 5:12 on the clock. Nanooks into the NMU end.
Of second period, just like the first period, another goal going in the back of the net. What adjustments need to be made in this second intermission?
I mean, we're getting a lot of shots here. We just got to take advantage. Something's got to go in. It's got to be greasy, but and then you look at them, like they take advantage of their opportunities. So we just got to keep getting pucks in net and get a greasy one.
Absolutely, and you're starting the third period on the power play too. So like you said, taking advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, this power play is huge for us. We're going to try to get one here. It's a 5-minute major too, so we can take advantage of more than one goal. So
thank you for your time.
Yep.
leading Bowling Green. Stay with us here on WBGU.
Having something that we can just quickly get into our system to recover is really nice.
Thank you, Meyer.
Danke, Meyer.
Gracias, Meyer.
Thank you, Meyer.
Northern Michigan University Athletics would like to recognize Checker Bus for their years of dedicated service.
Wildcat Athletics would like to thank the hardworking people at Checker Bus for their partnership and dedication to safety during the transportation of our student athletes. From all of us at Wildcat Athletics, we thank you.
We'd also like to thank the staff and the drivers at Checker Bus for all their hard work. They truly go above and beyond to provide great service. Thank you.
Thanks to Checker Bus, the official transportation provider of Northern Michigan University Athletics.
The Wildcat rate, available exclusively at the Comfort Suites, can save you money. Stay 6 nights during the school year and the 7th is free. Remember, comfort is our business. The Comfort Suites at US 41 Marquette.
Showing Nardi to take the draw. Loughran in front of the net on his left. Reedman on the wall to the right with Ballou. And Vermeulen as the defensive pairing. Face off near side of the Alaska zone. Naniks win the draw back to Koberstein. He'll bounce it up the wall into center ice. Cats will pick it up. Steven Jandrick into the Naniks zone. Puck comes loose. Cats will pick it up. They'll tap it ahead for Vermeulen up the left side for Ty Reedman. Ty into the zone, shot. That one just wide to the far side, the stick side of Martinson. Ballou will play it back down to the corner. 4:20 on the clock. Puck on the near side of the ice. Reedman being bounced around by Newton. Puck around the far side of the Alaska goal. Koberstein will chase it down. He'll float it into center ice. Knocked down there by the Wildcats. Naniks get in on it. They knock it deep into the Wildcat end. 4 minutes and counting here in the third period. 4-3 Naniks over the Wildcats. Up into center ice. Rockwood. Puck into the zone. Chipped off the glass. Back across center. Tony Bretzman will pick it up. Bretzman works it for Rockwood. Rockwood works through center ice. He'll fire it down to the Nanick end with 3:40 to go. Chad Staley back on it for Alaska. Comes around to Tony Bretzman, fed to Denver Pierce at the circle. His shot right on, and the glove save made by Anton Martinson. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Wildcats trail 4-3 on the Enemy Wildcats Sports Network. State up 3-2 with a minute to go over Bemidji in the Sioux. Rockwood in to take the draw. Tolvanen remains in the Wildcat goal. Rockwood, Loggins, Pierce, Ballou, and Ryan Black on the drop. The linesmen say no go, so we'll probably see some new facer offers. Denver Pierce will step in against Colton Leader. And the Naniks again control the draw. Koberstein plays it far side. Ryan Black will slap it down the wall. Weiss in behind his goal. Plays it up the near side. Ballou couldn't catch up to it. It got out into center. Naniks working into the NMU zone. The pass across from Lear went away. It slapped back down low. Puck on the far corner. Comes loose by the Wildcat goal. A good dive by Ryan Black to knock it away from harm's way. 3:10 to go in the third now. Nannix will play it down along the far boards, back over to the near side of the Wildcat zone. 3 minutes to go. Cats need a goal. Newton sends it right in on Tolvanen. He knocked it down. Nannix will pick up the puck. Across, knocked loose in front of the Wildcat goal. Here come the Cats up ice. Working his way is Loggins across with Ryan Black. He sends it wide of the goal. Comes to Denver Pierce on the near side. Tolvanen still in the Wildcat net with 2:44 on the clock. Cats working on a change. Loggins up to the top, had it poked away by the Nannix Young. Tolvanen comes out of his goal. He'll play it up into center ice. Joe Nardi. Joe working across the Nannix line for Reedman. 2:25 on the clock. Sent to the front of the goal. Tipped off. Goes to the far side of the rink. Back over to the near side. Cats charging down on it. Ty Reedman will pick it up. You got a Cat down in the corner. Nardi getting up slowly. Reedman after the puck on the far side. Tolvanen still in the NMU goal with 2:08 to go. Loughran plays it down low for Nardi to Loughran. Coming around the goal to the near side. 2 minutes on the clock. Puck comes in behind the net. Tapped to the side of the goal off the paddle of the goaltender Anton Martinson. Puck comes up top. Vermeulen's shot. That one blocked in front. Tolvanen has vacated the goal, and the puck comes back down to the Wildcat end. Cats had gotten Craighead on to replace Tolvanen. Tolvanen was coming to the bench as that puck came back down to the Cat end. 1:38 to go in regulation. Puck loose at the Wildcat blue line. James Vermeulen back to pick it up. The Cats with 6 attackers and an empty net. Puck played back to Gretzman. Tony working from the back of the Wildcat goal to the right side for Denver Pierce. 1:20 on the clock. Pierce over to the left side. Here come the Cats into the Nannix zone. Loggins tried a toe drag around Koberstein and was unable to do it. Puck comes up top. Phil Ballou. Phil over to the left side for Ryan Black. 1:05 on the clock. Cats working down on the back wall. Denver Pierce trying to tee it up as we reach the final minute of the period. The Nannix had it blocked by Ryan Black. It stayed in the zone. The Nannix will play it back into center. 51 to go. Here comes Loggins up the right side into the Nannix zone. Troy Loggins taps it for Phil Ballou. 43 on the clock. In front, Nardi the tip, and the save made by the goaltender Martinson. Boy, it was well set up. 36 to go. Rockwood on the right side to Ryan Black at the top. Back to Rockwood. Over to the top again for Loggins. He spins it left for Ty Reedman. Ty working across the top. 25 up top. Ballou feeds it over the left. It's tipped, but Loggins will hold it in the zone for Ballou. His shot right on. Rebound loose and a score! 14.9 to go. We are all leaving. Now you might have heard in the background with Reedman up at the top, you're hearing shoot, shoot, shoot. Shot would have been blocked. It would have been an empty net goal going the other way. Patiently moved around, gets the puck into some open ice. Cats got a shot and Rockwood bangs it in at 19:45 to tie this hockey game. Well, we got a little excitement going on here. The officials are probably going to review it, and I have no objection to that. 7th goal of the season for Adam Rockwood. Tied 4-4. With the naked eye in real time, I didn't see anything that would negate the goal. I see the drive from the point by Ballou, and you did have Craighead pushed out. Craighead's pushed into the crease by 24 Ledouce, and so Craighead got the shot away. He's pushed into the crease by Ledouce, so it should be Rockwood from Craighead and possibly one other, maybe Ballou at 19:45.1. I can't see how this would be negated at this point. Contact came from Ledouce onto Craighead, and Craighead made the initial shot, stepped up, got pushed back by Ledouce, and the puck came over to Rockwood, and he banged it in. Officials will look at this very closely, very carefully, and do their best to make the right decision and get some fans around the boards. They're all looking down at it. I can already tell you what the NMU fans are going to call. And I could pretty much tell you if there's any Fairbanks fans sitting along behind the penalty bench, I could tell you what they would call too. But I see goal. The referee steps out of the penalty box. It's a goal. 4-4. 4-4.
Wildcat goal. His 7th of the year.
Wildcat
Scored
goal,
by
Adam
number
Rockwood.
11, Adam Rockwood. Assist number 37, Darian Craig.
Darian Craighead an assist.
And number 25, Philip Ballou.
And Phil Ballou the assist.
1946.
Just like I called it, Rockwood, Craighead, Ballou, game tied at 1945. Now they're going to call it 1946. Rockwood, Craighead, Ballou, 1946. Officials are now discussing it with a less than thrilled Eric Largen over on the Nanook bench. Now remember, this is the playoffs. There are no more 5-minute OTs. There are no more shootouts. There are no 3-on-3s. If this game gets to OT, you put 20 minutes, you send the teams to the room. You got a 15-minute intermission. You put 20 up on the clock and come back. But for right now, it's 4-4. Who knows? Maybe the Cats can find a little miracle in the last 14.9. Officials over for their conversation with Grant Patolny. Now, why are they going back in to review it again? They've already reviewed it and called it a goal. So this has kind of got me.
Review for too many men on the ice.
Ah, they are reviewing to see if there were too many men on the ice. Well, now, who do they think might have had too many men? Oh, they're checking back on that Tolvanen substitution with Craighead, but they, yeah. So 14.9 seconds to go. They're checking again for a possible substitution violation. Tick, 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 do, do, do. Well, I tell you, it appears that the Wildcats have gotten goals by Loughran and Rockwood here in the third period to have erased a 4-2 Fairbanks lead. Denver Pierce standing at the edge of the referee's crease, chatting with the Nanook's alternate captain, Kyle Marino. Marino out of Niagara Falls, Ontario. Pierce out of Sault Ste. Marie. They're looking closely again. This must have been something that was brought up by Eric Largen over on the Fairbanks bench. Well, if you ever thought that an NFL game got dragged out by reviews, WCHA has that one. As the Stripes are looking again for a see if there's a substitution violation. That's what I am told. And they're once again taking their time. And you know what? I got no problem with them wanting to get it right. No problem at all. And they will come out of the penalty box again. They will speak with the captains, and indeed, for the third time, we've gotten a goal signal. But we only get to put one on the board.
I think another stat I saw was like a number one team in the WCHA hasn't won a championship for the WCHA in a couple years, so it's never been a number one seed coming out on top.
Third period underway here inside the Slater Family Ice Arena. The Falcons trailing 2-0. This would be huge for the Huskies to come out take advantage and steal one here on the road to start the tournament. As the Falcons, patient, now back on to full strength. Out to center ice. Played over to Barber. And Barber plays it into the corner. Behind the net. And pressed up along the boards was Schneider. Back down to the Bowling Green end. What an opportunity it would be, and what a statement it would be if the Huskies are able to come out and produce a shutout here in Game 1 in this best-of-3 series.
And that obviously creates a lot of momentum for them coming in tomorrow, coming on Falcons home ice, and getting that win. It'll be huge momentum for them.
And that shot was blocked and over top. Keep in mind, the Huskies have not won or had a shutout victory since back on January 25th on the road at Alaska Anchorage.
Really is just coming down to the performance of the goalies. Jerusik is just on fire tonight.
It's going to be Ford and Bretzman on the draw. Won by the Falcons. Cruz on the right circle to the near post. Ford had a chance. Wright keeps it alive for Bowling Green, but now it's out of the zone. Somehow it got by Cruz. Falcons across center ice. Cruz cross ice. Rauhauser. And his backhand try blocked. And back out of the zone. 2 minutes into the third.
Yeah, 17 seconds left. Probably going to kill the penalty right here.
Johnson skating hard. His shot blocked. And then grabbed by Jerusik. He was a little indecisive there. Then all of a sudden he had Johnson on his doorstep.
Yeah, Johnson was coming in fast, so good decision there by Jerusik stopping that. Kind of took a weird bounce too, coming off his pads.
4 seconds left in the power play. McDonald and Dalton skate out there for Bowling Green. It's going to be Barber on the face-off with Dylan Stamen, the senior from Hanover, Minnesota. McDonald behind the net, lost it. Up the near side. That's Peratino, and held on by Bednard. For the first time tonight, I think we've noticed the Bowling Green faithful has gotten a little bit quiet in here. That's a credit to the Michigan Tech defense. The Huskies band has been making noise since an hour before the game.
Yeah. Down by the ice trying to practice and talk about the game, and they were making a lot of noise before anyone was even in this building.
Behind the Falcons net, looking for a shot, it's blocked. And right off the arm of Bednard. Donahue keeps it in, Bednard controls. And able to get a stick on it and take it the other way. Nice work by Connor Ford. And Connor Ford will collect just past center ice. Polkamp.
Oh, nice.
Seamus Donahue up the far side and stepping in to take it away. That's Theo Charitis.
Yeah, the offsides though.
Tough break for Bowling Green.
Yeah.
And offsides on Michigan Tech. 34-17 the shots in favor of Bowling Green. with that one goal that Michigan Tech had in the second period. It continues to be their best period of hockey this season. They've now scored 39 of their 87 goals in the second period.
And that second goal really was huge for the Huskies, just getting that extra momentum going into the intermission so late in that period too.
And it came from Alec Bretzman. Tied up in the corner. Sam Craggs trying to kick it away. Stamen lifting in the Falcons' end. Schneider backhanded it out to the blue line. It's kept in. Out to center ice. Sam Craggs gives it up. Theocharidis. It looked like that may have gone off the skate of Colin Swoyer.
PG definitely has some urgency right now, but maybe slowing it down a little bit, you know, making a good opportunity instead of, you know, the Huskies are going to be blocking a lot of shots, so, you know, create some more opportunities, pass the puck around a little bit.
At the draw, Falcons shot blocked, and right over top the Michigan Tech bench. Is that the second or third souvenir tonight? Got a Huskies fan going home with a puck.
Scary too, it was right in front of us. I was trying to shout heads up, but good job by the staff here at BGSU Ice Arena. The attendant coming right to the patron, see if she was okay.
For the youngsters, that's going to be a story for a long time.
Yeah, he looks really excited down there.
That was worth the trip right there. Off the draw, Huskies play it behind the net. Wrapped right back along the boards, out to Rauhauser at the blue line. Right, trying to slide it in front. Looking, and played in front, but the Huskies were there.
Yeah, 3 bodies.
And Max Johnson just came in and laid a huge hit on Stamen.
Crowd like that one right in front of the little student section that, you know, the spillover student section.
Bowling Green is trying to find ways to spark their offense. Nearly 5 minutes gone by in the third. Into the corner, back behind the net. Bowling Green trying to work it the other way. Out to center ice, and driven right back into the Bowling Green zone. Up to center ice. It was 2-on-3 there for Bowling Green. Got by Polkamp off the boards. And slid in front. 1-on-3 going the other way is Barber. And pardon me. Barber is hit into the net. Hit into the boards right in front of the Michigan Tech bench. And again, that's a 1-on-3 there for Theocharidis.
The Falcons really trying everything right now, but the Huskies just, their pressure, they definitely upped it this period.
Our first media timeout. The Huskies remaining in front, 2-0. The officials checking to see if there might be a 5-minute major. 13:57 remaining in the third period. Huskies still in front 2-0.
They might be looking at that Max Johnson hit or an Alex Barber hit in the net or in the bench. That'd be huge.
They've had already one 5-minute major in this one.
Right. And the rest really haven't been calling a lot of penalties. They've kind of letting the play move on for most of the game, besides that big major penalty and then this one here. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on the Falcons. As you can see, Barry Schutte right there kind of getting the explanation and looking kind of confused on his face. And I think it's going to be that Max Johnson hit that the crowd got crazy about. But they didn't call a penalty on him. Right. That's what I was going to say. They didn't call a penalty originally. You can't go backwards and then call it a major just because you thought it was a big hit. If it was an interference call or something along the lines that they called that penalty at that time, then they'd be able to see it. And maybe the Huskies obviously bench was fighting for an interference there, but no penalty was called. So you can't go backwards and review that and then call a major penalty.
So we stay with 5-on-5 hockey. 6 minutes gone by in the third. We're up the near side. And down into the Husky zone. A lot of pushing and shoving there from Sam Craggs. Schneider was tied up. McDonald over the left side, shot blocked and out of play. Rauhauser has gotten a lot of looks from that left wing tonight. But again, the body's in front.
Absolutely. That's definitely something that the Falcons will have to come in and look at in the morning, watch some tape, and find the way around that.
Out to the blue line, Cullen. Over to Theo Charitis, blocked. That time it was Keegan Ford. Here's a chance for the Huskies. It's deflected over top and out of play.
Big hit here by Bayless.
Yeah, laying one on the freshman Brian Hallinan. Welcome to the playoffs, young man. Off the draw. Out to neutral ice. Meyer there. Donahue. Three Falcons there. Theo Charitis along the boards. Donahue finds a teammate.
Great pass.
Behind the net. Looking for bodies in front. The shot blocked.
Wow.
And the follow-up stretched out is Bednard. There's the flexibility. And we get a little extra after the play, but the splits there from Bednard to keep that one out of the net.
Yeah, and I think the Falcons are definitely a little upset because of they thought they had it covered, but there was still no whistle. Bednard right there, you know, his pad has it covered up. Still no whistle. And the Huskies obviously retaliating and getting some extra shots. Bednard kind of looking for an explanation there of where was my whistle at.
He's doing whatever he can to try and give Bowling Green an opportunity in this one. And the BGSU chants inside the Madhouse on Mercer. We're going to change up the draw to Lacini and Schilling. Going down, here's a chance for Bowling Green. Polkamp blocked right off the pad Jerusik comes up big.
And he just looks so calm in net, too. He wasn't even overdoing that. He just stuck his pad right out. He looks so calm in net tonight. It's a really cool thing to see.
Definitely looks like a man who's been here before. Just brushed aside there by Bednard. 8 minutes into the third. Cruz finds Rauhauser. Rauhauser blocked, knocked down, still loose. Played off the boards nicely by Misiak. Right on the heels of McDonald. Bowling Green has it at center ice. And worked away and into the corner. And Misiak will take it the other way. Hallinan back out there for the Huskies. Donahue had to quickly give that one up. Into neutral ice. Cullen sends it into the Huskies zone. Hallinan, nice touch pass. 1-on-2. Hard off the boards, stuck right behind the net.
Bednard with some stick work there.
Approaching the halfway point of the third. Played off the far side board. Deflected, couldn't quite get through, otherwise that would have been a good chance for Ray Price. This is okay right now for Michigan Tech until that. The giveaway nearly led to a goal for Latorno.
And that was tough for him too. You know, Turner was right there, but not really expecting it. He did a really good job trying to keep that on his stick, and he did, but just really not a lot of space for him to make a great effective shot.
And didn't have time to think about it, just tried to get one on.
It kind of just fell right on his stick and had to let it go. Gonna take another look at that turnover right there, kind of falling right on him.
And less than 10 minutes to play in the third in a 2-0 game. Here come the Falcons. McDonald skates around. Tries to get by Donahue. A lot of contact there, no whistle. Schilling in the right circle, backhand try. McDonald up top. Rauhauser hesitates. Now sends one in that goes wide of the far post. And into the Michigan Tech bench. Media timeout. Huskies remain in control midway through the third period. Bowling Green student section out in full support tonight with some extra headgear.
I'm loving that skull head. Definitely a new apparel for the Bleacher Creatures. I love it. What do you think that thing's made out of?
No idea. Draw coming up at the Michigan Tech end. Barber against Bretzman, won by the Falcons. Cullen plays it into the opposite corner. And trying to get a skate on it was Theo Charitis. Huskies have it at the Bowling Green end. And it was deflected and taken away as Barber got a stick on it. Cullen lays a hit into the Bowling Green bench. Here's a chance. And Bednard with the save along the near post.
Bednard just using his whole body to save that one as he was falling over. Tough shot too, that was kind of a hard angle, but Bednard using his whole body.
Ryan Bednard with 19 saves tonight on 21 shots. Here's a chance. Huskies. This is great for Michigan Tech right now, keeping it down to the Bowling Green end, working the clock, not allowing Bowling Green any opportunity to cut into the lead. Out to the blue line. And that was deflected before it ever got on Bednard. A couple of bodies go down, including McDonald, and that's going to draw a whistle.
Was a whistle blown?
It was a slap right to the leg of McDonald, and he's in pain.
Oh, wow. Oh, you know, the pads on your legs like that don't cover every bit of it.
Well, Marcus Russell just taking a cheap shot there at McDonald.
And it was absolutely, and it was just retaliation too. They kind of got shuffled up a little bit, as you can see right there by the Wood County Hospital. Yep, and hit him twice, right in the back of the shin. It's just a stinger too. It just hits you in the right spot.
Connor McDonald, the senior from Westerville, Ohio. One of the most experienced players for this Bowling Green team. He's played in now 156 career games. You just hope it's a stinger for him and that he's all right and good to go tomorrow.
No, yeah, he'll definitely feel it tomorrow. Just really nice stinger for him.
Bowling Green's going to have the man advantage with 8:17 to play. If there was a time for Bowling Green to get back into this game, that time is now.
Especially, you know, this penalty coming out, you know, very intentional. Oh, wow, they're putting McDonald in the box as well.
So now it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey. A little bit earlier on in the play, McDonald lays the hit along the boards. Both players go down.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if, yeah, probably an interference call. It was just so loud in here too after that shot on him. We weren't really sure exactly when the whistle was blown.
And it's still going to be 5-on-5 hockey, with each team having a man in the box.
Again, oh, a great angle here. Just, yep, interference call for McDonald. Clear there. No puck was involved in that play, and he, you know, had interfered with the Huskies.
And now another man was sent to the box, so it will be a man-up advantage for Bowling Green.
So the Connor McDonald's and they canceled each other out.
Here's a shot. Bowling Green is on the board. Connor Ford. 12 seconds into the man-up advantage. Bowling Green with the first power play goal of the night. For Connor Ford, that's his 14th of the season, 22nd of his career.
Right off the face-off, too. Just a beautiful play. 3 passes, right to Ford, right into the back of the net. Drusik was not ready for that back door. Great answer here. As I was saying, you know, the Huskies took a cheap shot at McDonald and getting that man-up advantage for the Falcons. They were definitely hungry for a goal, getting a goal in for their teammate that just went down. Now they cut into the lead, still with plenty of time left.
So Bowling Green takes advantage of a mental mistake from Michigan Tech. You're up 2-0 with just over 8 minutes to play. And you give Bowling Green a chance, the Falcons capitalize.
And the crowd is lively again. Not that they were even that down in the third period, but they're still trying to cheer on the
and that gets through. We're all even at 2. Off the deflection.
Wow.
What a turn of events in 30 seconds.
This crowd is so loud, right through the 5-hole.
Looked like Latorno got a stick on it. That's going to be his 5th.
And Jerusek, just the timing, 1 second off, right through the 5-hole. It really wasn't that hard of a shot either. Connor Ford either getting a goal there or the assist.
And the madhouse on Mercer has erupted.
This is playoff hockey. This is why Bowling Green, Ohio loves hockey, for stuff that's happening right now.
Just listen to the noise right now here in the Slater Family Ice Arena.
Another look at that.
Here was the first one.
Goal, yep, with Ford. The first look again.
And the assist came from Barber.
It's great for that freshman to get on the score sheet, especially in a big game like this, your first playoffs.
Then it was Frederick Latorno with the equalizer. Off the deflection. Less than 8 minutes to play, and this one could go either way now. And now it's Ford. Some pushing and shoving right in front of the Michigan Tech bench with Alex Smith.
Oh, and look, Bayless is getting grabbed, and he doesn't even want to fight. The guy pulling on Bayless's jersey.
That's Gavin Gould.
And he's like, I don't even want to fight, bro. I'm the captain just standing here. Why are you grabbing me?
And Bayless had Gould come right back at him.
Yeah, this is intense and a lot of emotions right now. You know, 2 goals in a minute. This crowd is crazy. You can barely even hear yourself. A lot of emotions right now. There's that second goal of the night. Definitely was deflected, I believe, because just the way Jurasik fell and the puck went in.
This is going to be an electric 7 minutes and 33 seconds. Ryan Strobek getting the crowd fired up. As fired up as Bowling Green is right now, you got to still find a way to contain your emotions and execute here down the stretch.
And that's where, you know, disciplinary issues come in. Just that fight that happened, you know, the pushing and shoving. Emotions are high, you know, and if any athlete or anybody that is dedicated to something like this, you know, all emotions should be high, but you just got to keep your head on straight, set good examples for your teammates, because the more penalties you have, obviously you want to stay out of the penalty box.
Here we go, less than 8 minutes to play. Down into the Huskies and Max Johnson. Went down to the ice and we've got a Huskies penalty. Bowling Green's gonna be a man up. It's Stamen going to the box. You got to stick right underneath the skate of Johnson.
I think it was delayed a little bit. It might have been a little bit sooner.
Ford and Reitmeyer on the draw. Bowling Green has it out to the blue line. Rauhauser. Johnson, patient, shot, save made.
Jerusik with the student section right behind him. Tough to be down at this end.
Huskies win the draw. All the way down to the Bowling Green end, played off the wall, and Bednard controls. Rauhauser will take it up ice. Into the neutral zone. And his pass unable to connect with Ford.
There's some miscommunication there. The defensive player comes up with the puck, and offensive player steps back, and I think Rauhauser is expecting Ford to continue on.
Johnson splits the defense, plays behind the net. Barber. Ford. Bowling Green still keep it in the zone. Ford into the corner. Off the boards, Johnson out to Rauhauser, over to Cruz. Near post, Bowling Green leads, Max Johnson with the goal. For Johnson, that's his 15th goal of the season. What a comeback from Bowling Green.
And he's been hungry for that all night. We've been seeing him, fight at the net. He's been so aggressive all night. This is awesome timing for him to get this goal that he's been wanting and working for all night long. Great job by the whole Falcons power play team. Special teams is going to win games tonight, just like Coach Bergeron said before the game, and he's absolutely correct.
The 9th power play goal of the season for Max Johnson, who came in tied for 3rd in power play points. And here's a chance for the Huskies as Smith went down. Just over 6 minutes remaining.
Yeah, there's still so much time left too. The Falcons definitely on both sides. Falcons got to stay focused, and the Huskies gave up 3 goals this fast, but the Huskies, it's 2, still got to stay in it. There's still a lot of time left on the clock.
If Bowling Green though does remain in front, you got to wonder what that mindset is going to be for the Huskies going into tomorrow night's game. You were in control of this game for 52 minutes of hockey.
And for me, my mindset would be, oh my gosh, we're going in tomorrow. I'm upset, but we're going to be even more hungry tomorrow, more upset tomorrow, wanting to get it back. It's not going to be like a sad, down. I think they're really going to come out tomorrow with revenge if the Falcons end up winning this game.
Give Bowling Green credit for continuing just to stay within striking distance and coming alive here in the 3rd, taking advantage of some Michigan State mistakes.
Right, and just not giving up. Talking to 2 of the players in the intermission, sounding frustrated, saying we're there, we're almost there, we're being aggressive. It's just not falling or going into the net. So
Donahue,
staying in it.
Here's a chance into the Bowling Green end. And whiffing on that one, Theo Charitis. Into neutral ice. Bliss. Back behind the net. Theo Charitis there. Behind the net, along the boards. Out to the blue line, blocked. Desperation mode for Michigan Tech.
Yeah, that was kind of a hard-angled shot.
And that one blocked before it got to Bednard. Barber. Good work by Barber. Right back into the zone. Bednard behind the net controls. Time cannot run down fast enough if you're Bowling Green right now.
It really was a good possession by the Huskies, though. Just keeping control of the puck, finding some good shots. It was hard for the Falcons to get it out of their zone.
Huskies on the attack. Bedard again controls. Slapped right up the near side. Inside of 4 minutes. Back into the Falcons' end. Polkamp skates in hard. Gets a stick on it. Schilling now out there.
Oh.
Deflected to Craggs.
A lot of neutral zone activity.
Gould with Bayless on his back. Driven into the boards. Slapped away and back into the Bowling Green end. All the way down to the Huskies end. And that's going to be an icing call. 3:06 to play.
A good stoppage, though, too. Both teams have been going at it for the last few minutes.
3:06 to play. 3-2 Falcons.
Just keep a camera on my guy here. You just keep a camera.
Just over 3 minutes remaining in the first game of this best-of-3 series. Bowling Green 3, Michigan Tech 2. And for those late tuning into the broadcast, Michigan Tech was up 2-0 with about 8.5 minutes remaining in this game. Huskies played back behind the net. Rauhauser's there. Schneider had it poked away for a moment. Now McDonald. Right at the blue line, deflected around. And Latorno had it deflected up into the crowd. Our final media timeout. 2:35 to play, and we got to go back to what gave Bowling Green the lead.
Again, just great puck movement, too. It's really the same exact play as that first goal, just on the other side. Ford this time, you know, instead of getting the goal, he got the assist. Able to find Max Johnson on the other side. Wide open, too. And great celebration.
Cruz to Ford to Johnson for the lead. Now, a lot of this, you may be saying, is on Jerusik letting 3 goals up here in this third period. But you got to remember, this was Michigan Tech's game before the penalties started to pile up, giving Bowling Green the man-up advantage. Falcons have kept their cool. Michigan Tech has not.
You know, with 41 shots on goal and only letting 3 in, that's still a really high percentage. So to put that right on the goalie, yeah, he let the goal in, but, you know, penalties, like you said, and just that pressure, too. No, Max Johnson was wide open.
And Michigan Tech has had their chances on the power play tonight, but the Bowling Green penalty kill unit has gotten the job done. Tied up in the corner. Ford there with Goetz. And this is perfectly fine for Bowling Green. You're down at the Huskies end, just working the clock. We're inside of 2 minutes. Gould Pressure coming on from Schilling, takes a hit. Bowling Green keeping it down at the Huskies' end. Bayless lifts it right back into the zone.
Just killing time right now.
Skating it hard, Schneider taken down. Schneider back behind the net. McDonald. Rauhauser. Wide of the near post. Time not on the Huskies' side. And for now, Jerusik remains in between the pipes with 1:06 to play.
Gonna take another look at that big hit on Schneider. It looked like it's kind of grabbed in the head a little bit.
Kalinin made a little contact and completely took him down to the ice.
No, it's been like that all game.
Across center ice, into the Bowling Green zone, Polkamp. And lifted back down all the way in, open net, just wide. That would have sealed it for Bowling Green. Inches away from a 2-goal lead. This draw going to be huge for the Huskies. Stamen on the draw.
Oh.
Brushed aside there by Bednard. Another icing. 42 seconds left.
Wow, that was a good face-off win there. Really did just brush Bednard.
A reminder for those wanting to see Game 2, it'll be right here on WBGU TV tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. The Falcons hold on. They'll be looking for the sweep and a spot in the second round of the WCHA tournament, the semifinals. Worked along the far side board. Bodies all over the place. Into neutral ice, poked away. Less than 20 seconds. Kept in the zone, up top. Blocked, blocked again. Bowling Green gonna try and run out the clock. Cameron Wright had it blocked. And time's gonna run out on the Huskies. Bowling Green completes the comeback. And we've got mayhem in front of the Huskies bench.
Definitely you don't want to see at the end of the game. You don't want, players to be suspended for tomorrow, have a game misconduct or anything. So really need to get your players. Really don't want to see this at the end of a game. A couple players with their helmets off.
And as the officials gain control of all the players, Bowling Green 3. On the goals from this game now. First, Connor Ford getting Bowling Green on the board.
That just drew so much momentum too. That's the third goal on the night to take the lead. Max Johnson and Connor Ford again. Just such a great third period. Obviously, the Falcons just taking total control in that third period, taking advantage of this home ice as well. You could barely even hear yourself talking in this third period.
You still can't right now.
They won't shake hands until the series is over. So don't think, Michigan Tech walking out, they're not shaking hands, but you shake hands at the end of a series. But obviously a well-congratulated game for the Falcons, and cheers for the Falcons right now and their comeback win. What an amazing game.
Raymond Bryce had the first goal of the night for Michigan Tech. Alec Bretzman made it a 2-0 game in the second period. But with about 8.5 minutes remaining, a Michigan Tech penalty, Bowling Green took advantage, got the goal for Connor Ford, and it wasn't long before Frederick Latorno, less than 30 seconds later, off a deflection, tied the game at 2, and Max Johnson with the game winner in this one. Look at the final stats. Bowling Green dominant in the shots, 41-25. Face-offs were about even, and those penalty minutes proved costly for the Huskies.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what they needed to take advantage of, the special teams tonight, especially, coming in the scoreless in the first and second period. So I'm sure that's something that they talked about in that intermission. Take advantage of those penalty minutes, not knowing that Michigan Tech obviously was going to have another major, but taking advantage of those penalty minutes on the special teams. We know that the power play can do it, so why not give them that opportunity, and they proved that tonight.
That's a look at the final numbers, and for Michigan Tech, their season will be on the line tomorrow night when we're back here at the Slater Family Ice Arena for Game 2 in this best-of-3 series. 7 o'clock start. Don't miss it right here on WBGU. But the final score in this one, Bowling Green 3, Michigan Tech 2. The Falcons take Game 1. For my partner, Jesse Furness, I'm Brad Woznicki. We'll see you tomorrow night.
heading to overtime number 2. The Wildcats and the Alaska Nanooks here at the Barrie Event Center. The game is tied at 4. Had one of my friends before the game while I was doing pregame, tried to get in touch with me, tried to get a good luck hug. We didn't get it in before the game. We just got it in between the OT. So let's hope this translates into a W. Wildcats will go from my left to my right. The Nanooks from my right to my left. Puck sent down into the Northern Michigan zone. On the near side of the ice it'll come. We're trying to knock it loose is Denver Pierce. It comes to Adam Rockwood. Adam slides it across to Phil Ballou. Phil works up the far side of the ice. He'll spin away from the Nanook forecheck. Ballou sends it ahead up to the line for Pierce. Back to Loggins. His shot right on. Martinson will knock it down with the glove. Nanooks will work to the far side. They'll play it, and it'll go on their own bench. And a faceoff will come back into the Alaska zone. 19:24 on the clock here in OT. Tell you what, a long night of work. We started this. I started about 6:10 tonight. We're 4 hours and 15 minutes into it. As long as it comes out with a Wildcat win, I don't care how long we go. Puck around the goal. Griffin Loughren feeds it out in front, right on! And Martinson the save on Ty Reedman. Boy, Griff's made some terrific plays tonight. He's had 6 shots on goal. Let's see if he can get one more. Here's Loughren. Tried to feed it. It goes off the skate of Klein. Cats will push it into center ice. From the far side of the rink, Tony Bretzman will backhand it into the Nanook zone. Loughren sweeps it down toward the goal. Picked up back there by Jack Weiss. Weiss trying to float it by Loughren. Vermeulen will pinch. James working down. Taken to the wall by the Nanook D of Weiss. Here's Ballou on the near side. Pokes it back behind the net. Cats will peel back for a line change. They'll get the Bolton line onto the rink. Puck up the far side. Klein deflects it into the Wildcat end. And the Nanooks will change as well. You got Bolton and Craighead along with Slattery. Craigie throws it across, looking for Bolton. It comes to the Nanook line. They'll bat it back into center. Battle for the puck in front of the Nanook bench. James Vermeulen there. It comes free. Cats Craighead will pick it up. Here comes Darien up the right side. Darien into the Nanook zone. Down around the corner on the near side of the rink. Puck batted back up the wall. It'll be picked up by Adam Rader. Adam from the hash marks puts it right on. And Martinson made the stop, and it just bounced by Luke Bolton. 17:57 on the clock. Puck back around to the near side of the NMU zone. Ryan Black will feed it over to Denver Pierce. Pierce up across center ice to the Nanook zone. He'll play it down a little too far for Rockwood. Tossed around by Colin Doyle. Nanooks bring it out the far side. Into center across the Wildcat line. Riker Lear throws it to the goal. Tolvanen will make the glove stop and hang on with 17:33 to go here in OT number 2. Face-off will be on the far side of the NMU zone. Of course, the Wildcats' last OT victory was a monster in Game 3 of the semifinal against Bowling Green a year ago. And the Cats got the winner to advance to the WCHA championship. They're looking for a winner here to improve their chances of getting in this year. All the way down the ice, the puck will go. An icing call against Northern Michigan. Face-off comes back into the zone. Well, we've gotten through a few more editions of the Davies. We got the craft beers in there and the arena concessions in that 4th intermission. I only recorded 6 so far. Face-off will be in the Wildcat zone. Nanooks win the draw up to the top. Shot blocked. It comes to the blue line. Oh, they called it out, and I thought Virtanen had saved it. But the officials say no. Eric Largen does not agree with the officials. I don't think Joe Howe or Carlos Ernest do either. The Nanook assistants. Face off right in front of the Wildcat bench just below me. Nardi against Newton. Joe wins the draw. Back to Phil Ballou. Phil up the right side. Loughren will tap it into the Nanook zone. No icing, puck all the way around the Alaska goal. Puck comes back around to the near side. Steven Jandrick plays it into center for Justin Young. Young will bring it across the Northern Michigan line. Young down into the Wildcat corner. He'll dish off for Newton. Bounces it back to Young behind the goal. Young tries to reverse, gets some help from Klein. Klein cutting across, turns, shoots. Tolvanen sticks it aside. Puck on the far boards. Ty Riedman trying to gain it. Katz will float it, tried to get it out to center ice, but it went over the glass. Alaska's going to want to delay. They're not going to get it. 16:38 on the clock here in OT2. Face off on the far side of the Northern Michigan zone. Nardi in the middle, Lochran and Riedman. And we're going to get a timeout. Now the officials are going to come back.
Timeout, Wildcats.
Northern Michigan, Grant Patolny will exercise his timeout for the second OT. Now you don't get to bank when you get into overtime. You get another timeout per overtime. Didn't use it in the first, you don't get to use it in the second. So you can't bank them. So that's their one timeout here for the OT. OT number 2. Again, Tech was up 2-0. Bowling Green came back to win 3-2. Lake Superior a winner over Bemidji, and Minnesota State leading Alabama Huntsville. That a 3-1 count in the third period there. Lake State was the 4-2 winner over Bemidji and Sault Ste. Marie. So both home teams that have competed have gotten to finals tonight, have W's in their pockets. And it's now gone final. Minnesota State, the game started an hour after this one. Minnesota State has beaten Huntsville 3-1. Face off on the far side of the Wildcat zone. Nanoks win the draw. They'll play it around the boards. It comes up the near side. Denver Pierce and Phil Ballou tried to get it. Klein will work it down the left side for the Nanoks. He's bumped. Puck goes around the side boards down to the corner. Nanoks trying to work it out. Fed in front. Tolvanen, a huge stop. Puck still loose. And Ate will cover it up with 16:16 to go. And now you had Tyler Klein throwing a punch at Denver Pierce. I think at very worst you'd get matching roughing minors out of this, but probably not. They'll just say, hey, it's a little overtime emotion. Come on, boys, settle down. Klein was poking at it in front of the goal. Van Teetering was there. Loggins and Pierce. And Tolvanen was able to pin it between the pads. That almost looked like it went hard off of Rockwood. But Ate came up huge again. His 36th stop of the night. Face off on the far side of the Northern Michigan zone. Nanoks win the draw. That was Van Teetering. Shot toward the goal, wide to the near side. Nanoks will pick it up. They bounce it up top. Chris Jandrick's shot tipped, and that one will go into the screen. So we'll do it again, this time from the near side of the zone. Cats will continue with Volton, Craighead, and Slattery. Nope, now they'll bring out the Nardi line. Joe Nardi among the top 10 in the WCHA in faceoffs this year. So they want to get him in for the D-zone draw. He'll tee it up against Colton Leader of the Nanoks. 16:07 on the OT2 clock. Ryan Black pushes the puck up the near boards. Colton Leader gets a stick on it for the Nanoks. Tony Bretzman back there for the Wildcats. Feeds it out. Nice dish to Joe Nardi. Joe working up with Lochran. Lochran up the right side into the Nanoks zone. Pulls it back, takes the shot. Weiss deflects it. That will go into the screen. 15:49 on the clock. Face-off will stay to the near side of the Nanoks zone. Cats will bring the Volton Slattery combination back with Darian Craighead on the left. Interesting line shuffling doing by the Wildcats. They just used a very short shift. They used Nardi for the D-zone face-off. Then they bring the Volton combination back for one on the offensive end. Luke will pull it back to Phil Ballou. Phil throws it goalward, tipped in front, just wide to the stick side of Anton Martinson. Bolton off the far hash marks, working it down low to Craighead. Darian trying to get out of the corner, tied up by Koberstein. Craighead out in front, shot by Volton, and Martinson to close the door. Up top, Ballou from the right side, bounces it off the backboards. Craighead stuffs it in front, and the Cats can't make it do, but they hold it in. Good hustle by Ballou to Craighead. Darian up top, drive by Rader, goes off the heel of his stick. Puck started to wobble at the last second. Puck comes up the boards, out into center ice. It'll be picked up by James Vermeulen. 15:05 on the 2:00 clock. Here comes Newton into the Wildcat zone, puts it on Tolvin in the save, and he'll tap it aside to Grant Loven. Here comes Loven up through center ice on the right side into the Nanook zone, cuts across the front of the goal, and the Nanooks knock it out all the way back to the Wildcat end. Tolvanen will steer it aside to Tony Bretzman. Tony working off the back wall out into center ice for Loven. Loven will cross the stripe, fire it in. Martinson will push it up the near wall past Vinny DeMay. Puck comes to the top of the circle. Nanooks kick it into center ice. Colton Leader lost his stick. Cats working back the other way. Down the left side they go into the Nanook zone. Fed out in front, and Martinson knocks it away. Oh, and you had the referee just go down. He collided with James Vermeulen, and the referee is down in the near side corner. That was, wow. Didn't see him, but he's up. And for the first time in Barrie Event Center history, the referee got applause. Boy, tough collision down there in the near side corner between Ballou and the referee. Cats came around the net to the near side. Refs looking at the play at the goal, and James never saw him. He never saw James. And he went crashing to the ice. So the face-off will be on the near side of the Alaska zone. 14:23 on the clock. Pierce pulls the puck to the near boards, goes after it, bats it around behind the goal for Troy Loggins. Troy trying to work it up the near side, chips it for Pierce. Denver trying to gain some position on Colin Doyle. Wildcats off the near wall, Loggins for Ballou. Phil off the hash marks, down for Denver Pierce in the corner. Denny works up the wall. Denny trying to bat it back down low. Nanooks get a piece of it. Played up, held in by Rockwood. Rock moves across, moves to the far circle, feeds it across. Loggins the shot right on, and Martinson made the stop. Loggins had to stop and settle that puck down. It was a little hot, and Martinson was able to get in position and make the save. The Nanooks ice it with 13:44 to go here in overtime. Should I say, here in overtime number 2. Again, and we got now the timeout called because you cannot change your line on the icing call. Eric Largen exercises his timeout to get those players a little bit of rest. Wow. Back in the first period, Tyler Klein for the Nanooks, Joe Nardi and Vinny DeMay gave the Cats a 2-1 lead at 1:09 and 3:31 of the second. Kyle Marino would score at 10:30 to even it up in the second period. And then Steven Jandrick at 12:46 to give the Nanooks their lead at 3-2. Chase Ellingson, his first goal of the year at 16:05 the second, made it 4-2. But Griffin Loughran at 5:41 of the third on the power play made it 4-3, and then Adam Rockwood with just 14.9 left on the game clock banged in a Darian Craighead rebound. Phil Ballou also an assist at 19:46 of the third period. That's where we stand here at 6:16 of the fifth period. Nardi steps in to take the draw in the Nanook zone against Van Teetering of the Nanooks. Puck pushed down to the corner. LaDouche will loft it over Griffin Loughran out into center ice. Phil Ballou for the Wildcats played it ahead. Van Teetering got a piece of it. It comes back to Ballou. Phil from his own blue line up the right side to Joe Nardi. Nardi with Loughran dragging the skate to stay on side. Puck down to the corner. Nardi working against Van Teetering. Walkren now. Walkren tied up in the corner. Nardi still battling for the puck. Oh, we just missed Walkren, and the Nanooks will skate it out. Alaska up to the Wildcat blue line, and an offside call as Chad Staley made a move at the blue line, which caused his team to be offside with 13:10 to go in OT2. My goodness, we've had some hockey here tonight. Nearly 90 minutes. 86 minutes and 50 seconds worth of ice. Bonus hockey. A sudden death. Nanooks in the Wildcat zone. Shot right on by Justin Young. Tolvanen will steer it aside for his 37th stop of the night. Nanooks working back on the far side of the rink in the NMU zone. The Nanook player, Jandrick, went down. Cats get on it to defense him. It'll squirt loose to Tony Bretzman. Tony up the right side to Darian Craighead. Darian's got Slattery working through center ice. Slattery feeds it. Volton had it go off his stick, and Koberstein is able to clear it out for Alaska. It comes to Max Newton in center ice. He had it tapped away at the Wildcat blue line. Puck goes back behind the goal. Tony Bretzman feeds it ahead. He sends it all the way down the ice. That'll be an icing call on NMU. He was hoping a teammate could get a tip on it, but the icing will come in the face-off. Coach Grant Patolny conversing with the official. Face-off near side of the NMU zone. Volton against Leader. It comes back to Virtanen. Virtanen throws it wide of the Wildcat. Well, loose the side of the net, came back in front, and the Cats were able to knock it to the corner. There's a shot, that one over the net by the Nanooks. Back over to the far corner. Colton Leader at the hash marks, had it knocked away. Cats trying to bring it into center ice. They got it out of the zone, but the Nanooks push it back in. Trying to get to the net. Lear had to Kyler Hope had to hop over the defenseman, but lost the puck. Puck comes back around in behind the NMU goal. 11:54 in OT2. Puck up the boards on the near side of the ice. Pierce with Rockwood and Loggins. Pierce will throw it. It'll bounce toward the Nanook net. Steered aside by Anton Martinson. Rockwood on the far corner. He's knocked down. Pierce sends it loose to Loggins. Loggins couldn't get through traffic. Puck comes free, and the Nanooks couldn't get it out of the zone. Cats hold it in. Here's Troy Loggins on the left side. Troy with the toe drag, the shot wide to the near side. Already had the stick in the air, thought he found it. Puck comes back around the Nanook net. In behind the goal, the Nanooks try to squirt free. Tipped up, but Denver Pierce will knock it down and hold it in. Puck to the far side of the Nanook zone. Rockwood goes after it. Nanooks will chip it out into neutral ice. It comes to Tyler Klein. Klein one-on-one into the zone. Phil Ballou doing a good job gaining position. Cats will pick it up. They'll come back the other way, 4-on-3. 11 minutes to go in OT. Ryan Black cuts around the corner, feeds it to the front for Vinny DeMay, but it's knocked away by LaDuce of the Nanooks. Over to the far side of the ice. Colin Doyle for the Nanooks feeds it ahead. It's knocked into the Wildcat end. James Vermeulen back on it, pushes it up the wall on the near side for DeMay. Comes back to Vermeulen. James across center ice. It's skipped off the stick of Garrett Klee. Down to the corner of the Nanook zone. Klee trying to gain position down in the Alaska end of the ice. Here is Loven. Loven working off the wall on the far boards, hash mark high. Gets it around the goal. It comes to Bretzman on the near point. Tony will slide it back behind the goal. Loven working off the corner. Feeds it to the front, but it's tipped away by the Nanook defense. Loven knocked down in the faceoff dot, still tied up, and the Nanooks will come out. Had a big collision. Lear got hammered just inside the blue line. I think it was by Loughran. Wildcats from their own zone. 9:58 to go in OT2. Puck off the skate of Loughran. He'll chase it down on the right side into the Nanook zone. Sends it across, and Martinson made the stop. Ty Reedman will chip it low for Loughran. Loughran tied up by Koberstein. Over to the near side. Weiss ahead into center ice. Reedman trying to get in the way there. Comes back to Phil Ballou. Phil ahead. Loughran into the Nanook zone. Top of the circle, looking for some help. Trying to cut around the goal. Stuffs it out the goalie. Score! And the Wildcats have won the game 5-4 in double overtime. Loughran is down on the ice at the top of the circle, muting the celebration, by his teammates, trainer Megan DeChambeau, out on the ice. I didn't see what happened to Griff as he went down there, but oh, what an amazing play by the Wildcat freshman as he cuts around the goal to the far side, stuffs it to the front, and Joe Nardi taps it in glove side. Here comes the announcement. It's going to be Nardi
His
from
9th of the year. Scored by number 18, Joseph Nardi.
Nardi with his 2nd of the night, 9th of the year.
Assist number 16, Griffin Loughran. And number 25, Philip Boileau.
Loughran and Ballou with
Time of
the
the goal.
assist.